This is episode number 230, and it's proudly sponsored by Marketplace Superheroes, folks. This is where you can get your knowledge on Amazon and building an online business and making money while you sleep. Check out Marketplace Superheroes, and we're so excited for this show today.
Your money is turning into profit, and that profit's going back in to buy more products, and it keeps turning. So, it's an awesome business and really profitable. The trouble with most people is they're just buying the wrong types of products.
Welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff, where we talk about life, dreams, social media, and business.
Well, hello and welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff. Folks, I'm fired up today, and after this show, I think you're going to maybe want to unleash your inner superhero because we're pumped to bring you our featured guest today, Steven Summers. Steven, are you ready to be real?
Travis, I can't wait to be real. Let's get rocking and rolling, good sir.
Let's get rocking and rolling, my man. And my man Steven, along with his co-founder, I've co-founded a business called Marketplace Superheroes, folks, and we'll get into this, but along with his partner, Robert, they have found themselves into seven-figure online sellers, folks, and 5-time 2 Comma Club winners on the ClickFunnels. So he knows what he's doing online and making that money, making that register ring. And he, with his team, helps train over 5,200 members right now with their own online businesses. They have a huge also email distribution list and a lot of different people looking for their content. But what they help you do is, sell stuff online and sell stuff on Amazon. Learn how to build a global Amazon brand. Learn how to build a business online. And now more than ever, if you are not knowing what the future is going to hold for you, it's time to lean in on businesses like this because, everyone's going to be wanting to shop online more and more as we move into the new world. But pleasure to have you on the show today. How's your day going today?
Yeah, thanks for asking. My day is going really well. I am busier than ever, as I'm sure you are as well, now that people are more at home and stuff like that. And so, things are great though. I just love getting to share the message with people like yourself and, of course, all the people that listen to the show. So I'm really excited to jump in. I only know one way, Travis, and that is I'll just tell you whatever you want to know about whatever you ask me. So I don't hold anything back. I'm just excited to share whatever you want to know.
Let's bring the fuego. I like it, my man. So tell me a little bit about the business. When you and your co-founder were starting the business, I don't know exactly when, but when you decided to start the business, what was the epiphany of creating a marketplace superhero?
Yeah. So before we created Marketplace Superheroes, Robert and I, we've been selling on Amazon for quite a few years in a business together. And we had two warehouses, lots of staff and everything like that. And we really just realized that if we were to move our business fully onto Amazon and onto other marketplaces, but Amazon is the one that took off for us, we could build a global business really selling our products all over the world. And that's what we did. We got rid of these 2 warehouses, lots of staff, lots of stress. And we went all in on Amazon over 10 years ago now. Robert's selling even longer than I am online. And we did that for a number of years, just the 2 of us. We had a nice lifestyle with our families. We traveled, went on vacation with our families all the time, things like that. But, a lot of people started asking us, how did you sell on Amazon? How did you do that? How does that work? And so this is back in 2015, we decided to start Marketplace Superheroes, which is and was, our online program where we taught people our way of selling our own branded products on Amazon. And I suppose, we can go into the specifics, but to cut a long story short, just to give people a flavor of where we are now, 5 years later now, Marketplace Superheroes has almost 6,000 students now. We teach people all over the world. About 70% of our audience are from the US, actually. And we run a freight company. So we do shipments from China to the US, China to the UK, China to Australia as well for our members, which is a back end business we have. And again, I can talk about front and back ends, very important. And like we're an 8-figure business at this point now, and cumulatively. And, we've about 30 people on our team, and we just help people all over the world learn how to do this. And in doing this, obviously, I've learned how to scale coaching businesses, service businesses, software businesses, because all of those types of businesses are kind of within our group now at this point in time. And just really grateful to be here. And I love coming on and just, telling people how we did it and how they can do it.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. And obviously, folks, we all know the behemoth in the room, Amazon. And now you can actually be a part of that and have your own way of making some money, selling a product. Now, that gets me into my first question, because I'm sure this is a question you probably get a lot, is I love it. I want to start selling, my man. Where do I go? Where do I start selling? Because I'm sure there's a million things you can sell. I mean, I'm sure there's, a million widgets out there you can sell, but which ones work? What would work right now for someone? 2020.
Yeah. Very common question. And the first thing to tell everybody is that there's actually 353 million items for sale on Amazon right now.
Wow.
Which is crazy. 12 million of those items are sold by Amazon themselves. So what that tells you is there's a lot of items not sold by Amazon, but is sold on their platform. That's where you and I come in, third-party sellers who are selling our own products. And in many cases, people who, they've got a distributor relationship with some bigger company out there, and they're just one of many sellers, and they're able to sell that product on Amazon. We focus on private label, meaning our own branded items. So just to kind of make those few points clear, number one. So obviously it's a big number, and everybody might think, oh, is that saturated then, or what's the story? And really it's not. It's anything but saturated. And, I could go into a whole bunch of data. I'll not do that, but all I will say is that, online sales are about 14% of retail sales right now. So they're still very small. They're going to grow exponentially because of what's happened recently with the old C virus and everything. So that's going to grow a lot more rapidly. And just one final stat, which I think is important before I give you an answer to your question, is that right now, of anything sold online, 50% of that was sold on Amazon. And that was like from about a year ago. So, that's probably changed a little bit. But yeah, you're right. Amazon is the behemoth in the room. It is the giant. And so for anybody listening, those are a lot of big numbers. So what can you get from that? Well, number one, when you're selling on Amazon, the way we do it is we sell boring, everyday, weird little products on Amazon, and we sell the same items in multiple countries. So that's number one. We don't go and sell really competitive items. We don't go and sell items that are like, they've got big brands we're competing with. We're not looking to build some big brand. We're just looking to play Amazon almost like a stock market. We're able to identify low competition, in-demand products where we can easily make a better listing, improve the product, improve the offer. So bring in bonus packs, better pack sizes in the product, things like that. And that's kind of like our overarching strategy. Now, when it comes to finding the products, then, different people will tell you different things. What we do is we just go into Amazon and we look at one of about 6 categories. Home and kitchen is an example, sports and outdoors is an example, things like that. Very simple categories. And we basically go in and look at, what are the best selling lines in there right now. We typically never sell any of those. But what we do is then we say, okay, well, look, these are all really selling well. So what items are related to these top 100 ones? Like, what are things people are also buying that aren't quite as popular but are selling well? So how do we define that? Well, what we're looking for is items that are less than 30,000, what we call BSR, which just means bestseller rank. So Amazon will say, out of all the products on Amazon, this one is the 30,000th best-selling item in this category, say home and kitchen. So if it was 30,000 or less, that's something we would potentially be interested in. That's the first thing we're looking to find. And the second thing we're looking to find is if we say we saw a plastic shoe box, we saw them selling, they're the top 100, they're doing well. And then we go down and we look at what the customers also buy. What are sponsored, items related to this product? We might see, I'm going to pick a random example, cedar hangers. These are like things you hang in your wardrobe and they take out the moisture from the air. They make your wardrobe smell nice. We see those and we're like, okay, I wonder if I copied the word cedar hangers into Amazon and I searched it, how many results would I get back? How many listings are there on Amazon? So whenever we search that, you'll see it in the top left-hand corner of the screen, 0 of however many results. So as long as that number is less than 1,000, and secondly, as long as the items that we're looking at are less than 30,000, we're somewhat interested in those products. There's a little more to it, but that's just to give everyone a little flavor for what some of the data that we're looking for to get back from Amazon, so that we can see whether something's interesting or not. There's lots more rules and all that. Again, it takes a while, Travis, to teach it all. But at a very basic level, what we're doing is we're looking for in-demand, low-competition products that we can go in and sell. We're not looking to make like 100 sales of an item a day, by the way. Now, you can get there for sure. But what we look at is, we call it the rule of 5. So if you've got 5 products, you sell them in 5 different Amazon countries, because our strategy is about selling globally, not just on Amazon.com, but in Amazon Europe, where there's actually 5 marketplaces. So, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain. We also sell in the US, so you can call it 6, but let's just say there's 5 markets. So it's 5 products, 5 markets, make 5 sales per day per product per country at an average net profit of $5, right? So if we did that framework, that rule of 5, over a 30-day period in a month, we'd actually bring in a net profit of $18,750 from 5 products. And again, everybody scrambles for the for the calculator at this point, and they're like, "What? Really?" But yeah, it's because we're selling a small number of items, making a small number of sales. The key thing is here, we're multiplying the amount of markets that product is available for sale in. Whereas most other people selling on Amazon, they maybe only sell on Amazon.com, which I understand, it's a huge country. But the thing with Amazon, when you use this thing called FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, it means that you can send your product into Amazon's warehouse. They'll store it for you, let's say in the US. You send another batch over to a warehouse in Europe, let's say the UK. And all of a sudden, when you have your item in the UK, you can sell your product to all those countries in Europe. Just translate your listing, super simple, and you can sell to all those people. Then in the US, you can sell to all those people and store your stock in the US. And in a nutshell, that's the whole business. And it's pretty awesome because you're getting access to millions of customers who are searching for your products. They're ready to buy them. You just got to get in front of them.
That's fascinating. I'm sure people also right now, selling hot, hand sanitizers and face masks and all these things right now. I'm sure they're just selling out. So sometimes you could probably just get lucky and get into the hot category too, probably by selling these things.
Sure.
Your real strategy is finding a category of services or a product, let's just say, that there's really no more than 1,000 competitors, right? I mean, you're not going into hugely competitive categories. You want
But the stuff we're selling is not competitive at all. And that 1,000 as well, it wouldn't necessarily be 1,000 competitors, because let's say you were selling a plastic shoe box again, the different keywords plastic shoe box are going to be in lots of listings that may not even be a plastic shoe box. So yeah, there may not even be 1,000 competitors,
Got you. But it's a very limited search, even if there is obviously some overlaying. That's a pretty interesting strategy, because I think everyone maybe would think, I want to go after the most popular categories, right? But then that's probably where everyone's at. So you're already kind of, eating at the wins of everyone's already made money on that category. So go after something different.
Yeah, it's like SEO, right? Obviously we have short tail and long tail SEO. It's a little bit like that in a way. You could say we sell long tail products, right? So I'd give you another example. I just did a video for a YouTube channel, and one of the products that I came across, because it was another, I show all these little research hacks on our YouTube channel. They're pretty cool. One of them was, I was like, all right, what are the most expensive hobbies in the world? And then I came across trap shooting, which is like clay shooting, but
yes,
in the US you guys call it trap shooting,
right?
And I think so. Anyway, I'm like, all right, let me look at trap shooting accessories on Amazon. So that's like the little hack, trap, hobby accessories. And I find this thing yesterday, and it was like a shotgun. This thing you pick up shotgun shells off the ground with, right? And I was like, okay, let me search this on Amazon and see how many results came back. And it was like a portable, shotgun pickup stick or something, I think was the keyword. And there was like four listings on all of Amazon. Just one product. It was like 17,000 in sports and outdoors. Again, a lot of people, it's only 17,000, that's no good. And you're like, no, that's selling about 10 maybe 15, maybe even 20 a day, depending on the time of year. And so that's a good one. But the thing is, Travis, you're right. Like everybody, especially in the internet world, we're all conditioned to go and run after the most competitive, products, competitive niches, or niches, as you guys would say. But why? Why not just sell lots of products where the competition is not as fierce? You don't have to be some kind of black level marketer to do well with them, and you can sell lots of them. I mean, I'd rather be in that position than the other,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's fascinating. I think it's just absolutely fascinating. My next question is this. Where are you finding these products? Where are you finding these products? AliExpress? Is it, or how are we sourcing the products to sell?
Yeah, one or two places really. Typically, we use Alibaba. We look for a supplier there, and we're looking for one that's been, it's been there for at least 5 years plus, gold rated, has a factory inspection, all that kind of stuff, pretty standard. We're looking for that. Then we obviously chat to them and get pricing from them and all of that. That's one place, and the other places we use our own like sourcing agents and stuff like that. So our members, they're typically using Alibaba. We don't use AliExpress simply because the product quality in AliExpress is typically a lot poorer, not always, but in our experience, poorer. It's pretty much consumer facing at this point in time, AliExpress. Gotcha. So it's not really designed for what we're doing, which is we want to private label something, put our own brand on a product, get our own unique barcode so that it's our product and it's our brand, so that on Amazon we can do this thing where when we trademark our brand, we can get what's called brand registry, which on Amazon gives you so much protection. So other people can't just come on and just sell your product, inverted commas, your product randomly. You've got a lot of protection, and Amazon really treat you kind of like royalty, really, because you're doing what they want you to do, which is, give customers a lot of transparency, a lot of protection. And it's just this kind of thing is becoming very important now because, like, even just a few years ago, most online businesses, people don't even consider them real businesses. But now, they're more real than ever before. You got to trademark yourself. You got to take care of yourself. And as I always say, there's one group of people who always knew online businesses were real, and that's the government, because they know how to tax you.
Right. Yeah, they're like, where's that money at? There it is. There it is. Let's get that money. Come on, my man. Let's go. Send it over. We'll take PayPal. We'll take anything you want. We're not going to pay you, though. But no. So then that's funny. Tell me this then. My next question is this. Building a brand. I mean, if someone was to think about doing this, obviously we're gonna send them your way. Let them learn about. You got the courses I see. You got ways to sign up, folks, to get some knowledge to start the process of learning. But budget wise, I mean, is there a good starting budget to say, spend, don't go more than this. I know everyone's different, and especially during these times, everyone's a little bit more lean with the cash. But if you were to start a business right now, is there a good test run, to say, hey, I'm going to, test with this amount of money? Because obviously it's going to take some capital, and you're going to buy these products. You're going to have to put a little effort and maybe some ads and et cetera.
Yeah, absolutely. So my thing is, for a product, to get it to market, it's going to be anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, about that.
Got you.
And again, like, that's not very much when you consider, like, we call it the coffee shop reality, right? So, like, where you live right now, Travis, what would you say, like, roughly it'd cost you to start a cafe or a coffee shop in your town, in your city? What would you think?
100,000, 50,000? I don't know. I mean, I'm not even sure. It's got to be at least 50 or 100.
Steffi, it's going to be at least 100, I would say.
Right.
Because, the machines and everything are really expensive.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I mean? At least $100,000, right? And we need staff. We need all these things. And so what I always tell people is, look, that's like the reality of a coffee shop where you're selling lattes every day. Whereas here, you can start a product off for $1,000 to $3,000 to get it started. And then from there, you grow. I mean, we just actually had a guy literally today, Steve, posted in our group, and he's a dentist actually in the States. And he was just saying, he's only got 3 products, I think, at this point in time. But his first product, it's going to do about 100,000 this year. One product.
Wow.
Which is crazy. And now, not every product's going to do that, right? But at the same time, like what we always tell people is, like, you can make. We actually calculated say, when you can get this business to about $1 million in revenue. I'm talking revenue right now, at about a 30% net profit before tax. So let's say 300 grand, pretty much in your pocket before tax. You could say you wouldn't take it all or whatever, but like, let's just call it the net profit before tax. And, you could work about 8 hours a week doing that. So you're making about $720 an hour on average is what we calculated it out at. You can get there. But yeah, it takes investment for sure. But the reality is that whatever dollar you put in, you're going to at least double your money when you sell a product. But the other side of it is, as your product beds into the Amazon system and really gets the traction of some of the people, like I just talked with Steve and guys like that, they're able to sell their product out in an order from China like 4 times a year, 3 to 4 times a year. So they're actually turning their money faster than somebody who say it might take them 9 months to sell out their stock and still double their money. So really, it's a very profitable business whenever you do your research effectively. You get your products into multiple countries, you get things moving. But it's like anything. I read something the other day which I really laughed at, and I think you'll appreciate it too. And it was from Bob Burg, the Go Giver book. I don't know if you've heard that before.
Yes, I absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, great. Well, one of the things Bob said in the book, which I thought was really funny, is he's like, people live their lives like going to a bank and saying, hey, can I have the interest first and then I'll pay you the money? And I kind of laugh, But I think that's how a lot of people treat online businesses right? Where I no, let me be successful first, then I'll buy the stock and everything. And it's just, for anybody listening today, that's just not how businesses work. And unfortunately, I'm sure you see them all the time, Travis. There's people out there telling you you're going to make tons of money overnight, 30 days, blah, blah, blah. We've all heard it. But at the end of the day, we all know that's not real. But what we do know is real is you do your mathematics correctly, you get some simple products into stock, you put some money down, but you're doubling your money every time. And then when you sell your product out 3-4 times a year, you're more than doubling your money because your money is turning into profit, and that profit's going back in to buy more products, and it keeps turning. So, it's an awesome business and really profitable. The trouble with most people is they're just buying the wrong types of products, which is something we do better than anybody, I would say. And also, one thing we do better than anybody is whenever people are going to ship their items from China to the States, for example, usually it's oh yeah, go use this random freight guy, and they're never very good. So that's why we built a freight company for our members. We have a 30,000 square foot warehouse now in Houston, Texas.
Wow.
We put all our money back into the business again and again and again so that we can have a long-term relationship with our clients. Because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of getting tired of yeah, let me sell you this thing. And then, oh yeah, let me get it. Let me just sit in my hammock all day and drink a mojito or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the reality, most businesses take work, and no matter what you do, and then we're just so blessed to have things like Amazon, and you're obviously blessed to have the skills to know how to, find the products and put them on there and put the right details and put the right descriptions. And I'm sure that there's products that don't work, so not every product, folks, that you try is going to work. But if you do the research, it sounds like you got a good shot at selling 555, folks. And we're talking $18,000 a month and maybe profits you could have. But now we're about to take you into our top 10, my man. I love your knowledge, man. I'm just soaking it up here because I'm like, man, this is incredible. The power of online businesses. And folks, this is the truth. It ain't going backwards. We're not going back into retail. Sears is not opening back up in America again, okay? So this is the new future. And if you think that it's going to go backwards, then yeah, maybe you don't need to learn things like this. But if you think it's going to go forwards, well, then this is your time to capitalize. This is your time to shine and lean in with a little bit of investment and some little bit of research. And also obviously working with pros like the marketplace superheroes, because at the end of the day, we all can't just do it on our own, and might as well, pay if you want to call it, or, I would say you're investing in yourself to have a little fast track. But let's go, baby. Let's go. Top 10. Here we go. You ready?
Go for it. Hit me.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Instagram or Facebook?
Facebook.
Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Laptop or smartphone?
Laptop.
Spotify or Pandora?
Spotify.
Movies or video games?
Oh, video games.
Nice. Reading books or listening to books?
Oh man, reading books. God,
Reading.
it's a hard one.
I like your style. I like your style. Stocks or real estate?
Oh God, can I say neither?
Yeah, you just say you go put it back in your own business. Re-up. The re-up begins. Oceans or lakes?
Oceans.
Love it. And when you wake up in the morning, you're getting yourself ready for the day, you're looking yourself in the mirror and you're looking at it and you're saying, why do you love being you? Why do you love being you?
Love. That's a cool question. I love being me because I get to impact so many people's lives on a daily basis. And selfishly, I get to see all their results. And double selfishly, they typically give me credit for it. So it's pretty awesome.
Wow, that's true. I mean, when you impact someone, you give them the sauce, if you want to call it, then they get some success and they're like, oh man, did it for me, and then now you're their mentor, you're their idol. You've helped them out. It's a way of giving back, right? It's a kind of a different way of giving back.
Yeah, and genuinely, as I'm sure you get this all the time, it's that thing of you could be cynical. Oh yeah, of course he'd say that, but he's really doing it for the money. And no doubt, as Jim Rohn used to say, I don't do it for the money, but I'll take the money. I don't do it for the money, but at the same time, our whole thing is like, can we work with someone long term? And then at the same time, we get value too. So it's like The Go Giver I mentioned earlier on is a book that I'm a huge believer in, because the more you give people, it's like the Zig Ziglar quote, you get whatever you want when you give people what they want, right?
So
and
true.
You help other people get what they want. And it is so true. And I'm like, the only reason we could build a freight company, which is now like a multi-7-figure business at this point in time, is literally just down to the fact that we're helping people succeed. So if they don't succeed, our freight company fails, and then and vice versa. And I think that's really cool because like we're both accountable now.
Absolutely. And you're giving them a lot of value in that, at the end of the day, that's a hard thing to do. And trust. You don't want to pay all this money and then all of a sudden you have your shipment never gets to you. That's, I'm sure, the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Yeah, it's a very hard thing to do. And also we had to build literally a whole software ecosystem to do it, which was even harder. So yeah, like it's that thing, I can't remember who said it, but we do hard things. It could have been Jeff Bezos, actually. It might have been from Amazon. I can't remember, but it might have. And I love that like way of living, right? Like we just do hard things, and that's just what we do. A buddy of mine, Seth Ellsworth, really smart dude, really great personal development coach. He taught me this thing called the I Am method, and it's that thing of like, like you're in the morning, you're not sure you want to get up or not, but what is he teaches, like you just shrug your shoulders and you just say, "This is what I do." And so when this is what you do, then you just get out of bed because this is what you do. Like it's not like there's a thought process. And there's something about that thought process. It's just awesome and empowering. And I think a lot more people could take that into their lives.
Yeah, this is what we do, baby. We live. We wake up, we work, we do the dreams, and we have to continue to repeat because we're all going through hell right now too, in a different way, as we got the Rona right now, affecting everyone differently. Do you have a routine? How do you typically like to start your day?
Well, before I had a child, it was much easier, Travis.
Yes.
But he is great. So nowadays, I typically get up before him. So I'm up maybe 6:30, and I get him sorted out in the morning, get him his breakfast and all that. And then after I give him his breakfast, his mother takes over, and then I get my day started. So typically, I listen to some audio books in the morning, get in a workout in the morning. Obviously, when we used to have gyms back in the day,
right?
I would use that. Right now. I'm like running or something. The gyms will be back soon though. So I do that first, get that done. And then basically it depends on the day. So how I set my week up now is Mondays is team meeting days. So I'm meeting my content team. I'm meeting the promotions team, stuff like that. We get all that done on a Monday. Tuesdays is content day. So it's Tuesday today. And I'm looking to do podcasts. I'm looking to do my own content for YouTube, stuff like that. Batch do it on a Tuesday. Wednesdays is connection day. So I connect with like people I want to connect with, people I haven't reached out to in a while, people I just want to stay in touch with and like continually see how can I help them. And then of course, typically, they decide they want to help me too, which is great. It's not the reason I do it, but it's great that that's something we got going on. And then Thursdays is kind of like live stream / delivery day. I usually do webinars, stuff like that on Thursdays. And then Fridays is product creation day, and I spend that day with my partner Robert, going through a lot of different stuff, planning out things going forward. So yeah, man, it's my weeks are busy. Like I don't have a 4-hour work week.
Right, right, yeah,
that's off the table.
That's for the dreamers, folks. That's for the dreamers. But the bottom line is, I love that you have different things you get done on different days. I think that's a great strategy. I think that's a fabulous strategy for those that find themselves not getting things done. Batch your life, batch your work, get it done on a certain day. Focus on that day to be that day. I love that. It keeps it consistent, keeps the theme going too. You don't have this, I'm doing this day on this day, and then I'm doing this thing on the same day. It's kind of like you have one day you're doing all live webinars and you're doing all product stuff on Fridays, and you really can get your head wrapped around it instead of a lot of us are going from here to there to there to there, back to there, here to there, going rabbit hole style. Fascinating, brother. I love your energy, man. Absolutely. I love what you're doing, man.
I love you. Listen, I love yours. I was just going to say to you that we got a bottle Travis Huff energy, and I think we could sell that definitely on Amazon and anywhere else. And I believe we've got a 9-figure business with that.
Let's do this, baby. Let's do this. Let's put this hot sauce in a bottle, baby. Let's go. A couple last questions for you, my man. I really appreciate that. Do you have a favorite app or a tool you like using on a daily basis?
Yeah, but it's funny. Like I'm 32 now, almost 33. Wow. And, I don't use like a whole bunch of apps that everybody else goes on about. Like I use simple apps. So like my notes app on my iPhone is like vital to my life. I use it all the time for ideas and a billion other things. Honestly, like I feel like a 70-year-old man saying this, but I just mean it. It's like I love Messenger on Facebook. I do so much business in there. Because here's the thing, my team use Slack for communication, and that's great. But I hate Slack, and it's not that it's a bad tool. It's just that it just interrupts me all day. Right. So I kind of keep my apps and my tools really simple now, just so that I can make room for productivity, because sometimes I think that people get so hooked on apps. It's almost like they can't get anything done because they're too busy, whatever, like sorting out the app.
Absolutely. It's a looped in strategy, folks. These apps are made to keep us on the damn things. I mean, they're the new cigarettes, if you want to call it that. I mean, they know how to keep us addicted. So yeah, I think you're right. I mean, keeping a simpler, strategy. And I love the Note app. I mean, I think that's one of the best apps on there. It's just simple notes. Take those notes, baby, and save them. Keep the notes. That's the biggest thing they say is a lot of times people don't take the note of the thing they thought they were thinking of. Oh, I had this great idea. Oh, I had this great thing I wanted to do. Forgot to write it down, and then 30 seconds later or a minute later, you forgot the damn thing. You just completely forget it. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, they say this is one of the human's flaws is that people just have a great idea, never write it down, never capitalize on it, gone. Idea gone. Netflix on. Idea gone.
There you go.
If you could sit down with a steak dinner with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Wow, that's a great. So let's see. Oh God, I'm on the spot now, dude.
You're on the spot.
So
baby.
Many people.
There is. Let's bring a jet full of people.
I'll tell you. There's one guy I'd love to sit down with, and if you can make this happen, that'd be great.
Let's do this.
The guy, his real name is Mark Ford, but his pen name is Michael Masterson. He wrote Ready, Fire, Aim, one of my favorite business books.
Absolutely.
I'd love to sit down with that guy. Love to.
You never know, man. You never know. I always find that people, especially if they're writing the next book, they might have the opportunity. We'll have to get you. Find it. Put that in the show notes. Put that in the tweet, folks. I'm saying that to my team. Put that in the tweet. In the next tweet we're going to do on the show, so that we can maybe just put that out there in the universe. You never know.
right?
You've given us a lot of value, man. I really appreciate it. I can see that your business, my man, is going to continue to explode and grow. And as all your entrepreneurs that you help train continue to grow, and you're in a great business because you get to give back. I can already feel your energy as far as that goes. Is that you're not there to just take from people, but give the knowledge, and obviously you got to make some money along the road here. But most importantly is that you're in a business that's going to continue to explode, man. I mean, I think that's the most important thing is that right now, folks, if we are in a business that's slowing down or if we're in a job that just got eliminated, we got to rethink our strategies. And this could be a good one. So could you give our listeners, where's the best place for people to find you or find more about the business?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, and I appreciate all the kind comments, by the way. I really do. I really appreciate that. And I've really enjoyed speaking to you today, Travis. I have to say, your energy is just infectious. So thank you. But anyway, with that said, marketplacesuperheroes.com. You can also check out our YouTube channel. Just search Marketplace Superheroes, whole bunch of videos on there for you guys. And the other place you can go is to Instagram. Stephen J. Summers is my handle. And feel free to DM me. I'll definitely respond to you and love to give you any advice that I can. Anybody listening, I'm here to give as much as I can. And yes, sometimes many people join our programs, but as you just said, a lot of people actually are happy to pay us because we really do care. And if you ask anybody in our community, they'll tell you that because we only get, my belief is we only get one run at this life. And so I want to, it's a thing called Gandhi's funeral, right? So how can you live your life in such a way that there'll be lots of people upset whenever you do eventually go? And I know some people might say, oh, you just want significance. But no, it's more like that's a mark of how many people you impacted on the road. So for me, Marketplace Superheroes, my goal is to impact as many people as we can in the short time that we have on the earth. So thank you for helping me spread the word today, Travis. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. I know that those that are listening, including myself right now, I'm thinking the T Huff magic in a bottle energy. Let's go, baby. Let's go. No, the point is, folks, is that now is the time. Now is the time to lean into these businesses, and great minds are out there to help you. So please look in the show notes. We'll be making sure we put everything in the show notes. Folks, you've been hanging out with my man, the legend here, Stephen Summers and Travis Too Tall and Huff. We want to thank you again for your time today, and let's keep being real. Right now, more than ever, folks, we need to work on our reputation for our businesses and get those reviews, get those positive reviews, get those positive recommendations on both on your social, but also to market on your website. And that is why you want to check out my business, folks, our software, realtimereputation.us. That's realtimereputation.us. Please check it out. It is literally the best thing that's ever happened to many of our campaigns, as that reviews bring together your social and digital campaigns. And the more positive reviews, as people are making those positive, decisions, they're looking at your, at your reviews. And so the more you can get, the better. And make it easy and automated with realtimereputation.us. Check us out. What's another epic episode? And if you enjoyed the episode today, can you please do me a favor and subscribe to our podcast, The Be Real Show, on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform, and also take a little time today, if you don't mind, and give your boy T Huff a review. I would really super appreciate it, and thank you so much for listening today.